Hi everyone, I am Praveen Shetty and I welcome you to this video class. In my previous video classes, I introduced you to the play Fail Not Our Feast. And I also talked about the major events of the play. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the characters in the play Fail Not Our Feast. Nora Blake is one of the major characters in the play, and she is a friend of Joan and Matilda. Um, Nora Blake, Joan, and Matilda are three school friends who meet annually to cherish their old memories at St. Margaret's. Um, Nora Blake is a woman who suffers from kleptomania. Kleptomania means it's a stealing disease, and Nora steals not because she is poor, but because it's a habit. So she does not steal because she is poor, but she steals because it has become a habit or it's a mania. In the play, she is imprisoned for 2 years because she has stolen the fur from a shop, and and she is not expected to attend the reunion, which is going to be held in Joan's residence. Um, if you look at Nora Blake, she's a simple woman. She's not ambitious. She did not achieve anything big in her life like Joan or Matilda, but she is a very good woman. Matilda sympathizes with Nora when she comes to know that Nora is not going to attend the annual reunion because she is in the jail, and Matilda also promises to help her when she returns from jail. Joan expresses anger. Joan criticizes Nora for stealing because that's not needed for her. Matilda also says that if Nora had married, her problem would have been solved. And we also know from Matilda that Nora had lost her lover. But Nora attends the annual reunion, and that's a real surprise for both Matilda and Joan. Joan is very happy to see Nora in the uh, meeting, and Nora attends the reunion as a ghost because she is imprisoned for stealing, and she dies and attends the reunion at Joan's house, and she shows that she is a real friend. She sacrificed her life, and she sacrificed her life to promise to keep the promise to meet her friends. So Nora Blake stands for true friendship. Then Joan Conway is also another important character in the play, and she's an MP, and she's a friend of Nora and Matilda. Nora, Matilda, and Joan studied in the same school. Um, Joan Conway is a genuine person. She's concerned about her friends. She loves her friends, and that's the reason why she is very enthusiastic in preparing for the reunion. She feels sad for Nora's absence. She knows that Nora is a very good friend of her, and she has done something bad, and that is stealing. And for that reason, Joan is very angry on Nora, and she's angry because she's a real friend. She doesn't hide anything, and she calls Nora a fool because her crime is inexcusable. But when Nora attends the reunion party, she behaves very well with Nora, and she also supports her. At the same time, Joan is happy for Matilda's promotion as headmistress. Um, Joan does not hand Nora to the police when Matilda wants her to do so. So we know that there's an argument between Matilda and Joan. about handing Nora to the police because Matilda does not want to be in connection with a murderer. She doesn't want to associate with a murderer, sorry, a criminal. So Nora is a criminal, and Matilda doesn't want to associate herself or Joan with her. So because of that, there's an argument, and Joan breaks the friendship with Matilda for Nora. So um, when the police is about to come to search Joan's house, Joan asks Nora to hide in her house, and Nora really knows that Joan loves her. She's a true friend, and for that reason, Nora calls Joan after leaving the house. So Joan stands with Nora at the time of crisis. Joan shows what true friendship is, and Nora too is a very true friend here. Then we have another important character, that is Matilda Waters, and we know that she's also the friend of Joan and Nora. She is a school teacher and she has authored some books, and now she is expecting a promotion as the headmistress of Saint Margaret's School. She um, goes to Joan's house to attend the reunion, and she comes to know that Nora is not going to attend the reunion. She sympathizes with Nora's difficult situation or predicament, and initially, um, 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 Matilda objects Joan for criticizing Nora. Joan actually criticizes Nora because she has stolen the fur and she has ended up in prison. Uh, and um, uh, Matilda initially objects Joan when she speaks against Nora, but we understand that Matilda is a selfish and a double-faced woman. Her colors are known when Nora actually appears in the party. So Matilda thinks that Nora had broken from the jail and she has escaped, and it is a shame for her, or it's a disgrace for her to associate with Nora because Nora is a criminal. So Matilda insults Nora and informs the police about her presence in Joan's house, and there is an argument between Joan and Matilda about handing Nora to the police, and because of that, there's a break in the friendship between Joan and Matilda leaves Joan's house. So Matilda's assumption that Nora escaped from prison proves wrong. So Matilda is not a trustworthy woman. She is very selfish, and she does whatever suits her. So that's what we come to know about Matilda. There's a minor character in the play, and that is Mason, and she's a maid servant of Joan, and she's a very dedicated worker, and Joan is proud of her. She is witty, intelligent, and responsible, and supportive. Um, so Mason knows Joan's likes and dislikes. Both Mason and Joan have a very good understanding, and Mason knew that Nora is imprisoned before Joan knew it, and Mason feels pity for Nora here, not Joan. So Mason hides the news of Nora's suicide from Joan only not to panic her. So even though she knew that Nora is imprisoned, she committed suicide. She doesn't inform it to um, Joan, because if she had told her, then Joan would have got panicked, and something bad would have happened, and for that reason she keeps it as a secret. So um, Mason also reveals to Joan that Nora was very fond of her. Um, Mason informs that Joan that Nora kept the appointment by committing suicide. So that's how Mason helps Joan. I hope this video is of some help for you. Thank you for watching.